Hello guys, welcome back to LR Anime. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Flame Emperor episode number 377 based on novel. So let's start. Senior. Looking at this smiling old man, Xiao Yan hurriedly got up with a single stride, standing upright, his eyes fiery and extremely respectful. Hey, little guy, we are really destined. The immortal emperor grinned when he saw this, but there was an imperceptible gratification hidden under the smile. Obviously, he also recognized Xiao Yang. Immortal flame, is the swallowing successful? After a while, the immortal emperor said. Xiao Yang nodded lightly, and a pale yellow flame suddenly burst out from Xiao Yang's fingertips, jumping around on Xiao Yang's arm like a mischievous elf. Even because of the strange immortal power of immortal Yang and the scorching high temperature, the void in front of Xiao Yang in the main hall was directly burned and a little distorted, and a trace of heat wave made Xiao Yang's vision blurred. Immortal flame, undead fire, they are the reproduction of the immortal realm. However, when the master of undying fire and I fell, in order to prevent it from being acquired by evil races outside the territory, we stored it in another place for protection. Watching Xiao Yang's body jumping with immortal flames, the immortal emperor said softly. He naturally knew what Xiao Yang was thinking. Crash! In an instant, on Xiao Yang's other arm, the grey immortal fire burst out with dazzling power like immortal fire, and the two slowly attracted each other, as if they had something in common. Where is immortality and immortality? Xiao Yang wondered. According to Xiao Yang's knowledge, if he controls immortality and immortality, he may be able to truly achieve the dream of immortality and immortality. Then, immortal and immortal exists in a special void in the demon world. After Shorinshi, the immortal emperor smiled. Demon world? How could it be? Seeing this, Xiao Yang's expression changed slightly. The demon world is recognized as the second world in the vast world. Compared with the ghost world, it is undoubtedly much more tyrannical. The demon world is almost the second-ranked realm among the 7 realms in addition to the human world, and because of the tyranny of the demon world, the evil races outside the realm have very little erosion of the demon world, so the previous owner of the undying fire and I decided to store the immortal and immortal in the as for the demon world. As for where it is in the demon world, I am afraid you need to explore it yourself. But this thing, the demon emperor of the demon world should know. The immortal emperor spoke slowly. Xiao Yang couldn't help but feel decadent when he heard the words, and as for the demon emperor of the demon world, Xiao Yang remembered that it seemed that he was jointly sealed by the powerhouses of the 3 realms. In addition to the previous agreement between the strong man in the ghost world and the demon world, Xiao Yang's heart couldn't help but become heavy. Hey boy, immortality is not a child's play. You will understand it in the future, and the demon world is worth a visit. Whether it is a war between heaven and earth in the future, or for the demon emperor, the demon world is a rare helper. Now, let's fully accept this emperor's inheritance. Immortal golden body. With a cold snort, the body of the immortal emperor suddenly became illusory. Immediately, a faint yellow immortal power permeated the entire hall, and the immortal emperor's body instantly became majestic. He got up, like a giant golden body. On that body, countless golden flame patterns outlined it beautifully, and that kind of power was called immortality. Attack me with all your strength. The immortal emperor's body swelled, and the immortal golden body of several hundred meters turned him into a dazzling golden giant, as if there was no attack to crack, the real giant of the sky. Okay. 3 punches of good fortune, 4 fingers in the sky. Above Xiao Yang's body, 4 finger lights and 3 fist shadows, with a whistling wind, swept the entire immortal hall. In the middle stage of 6-star fighting immortals, this kind of attack, that kind of attack strength, no doubt too tyrannical too much. But what Xiao Yang didn't expect was that after hitting the immortal gold with such a tyrannical attack, it was like hitting a stone with an egg. When all power touches the immortal golden body, it will be completely dissolved by it. Immortal golden body is not the original technique of holy flame, it is just what I learned from immortal flame. Remember, the limit of immortal golden body depends on your own physical strength. My strength in the past was only the peak of Do-D, but I have been able to use the immortal golden body to take on any attack from the 3-star Dozyan and below. How much power the immortal golden body and immortal flame can exert in the future is up to you. My great thousand world has a descendant like you, and I can rest my eyes when I wait. Accept my last inheritance. The immortal emperor's deep voice of thunder exploded in the hall, and Xiao Yang's body suddenly shook, and he sat quietly preparing to accept the last power of these strong men. As soon as the voice fell, a pale yellow flame appeared on the immortal emperor's body, and immediately with a touch of relief, he slammed into Xiao Yang's body. Boom! A burst of pale yellow flame ripples swept through every inch of Xiao Yang's body. These powers are of the same origin as Immortal Flame, but they are stronger than Immortal Flame. That is the last soul power of the Immortal Emperor. Xiao Yang endured the inhuman torture until these powers slowly flowed into Xiao Yang's body. In Xiao Yang's battle Qi, a weak golden giant gently held the holy flame crystal of Immortal Flame. Immediately, a pale yellow flame appeared in Xiao Yang's pupils. Immortal, golden body. After the breath, Xiao Yang took a deep breath, and the dazzling power tilted out like a tide. Boom! With a loud voice, countless pale yellow forces burst out from Xiao Yang's body uncontrollably, and immediately wrapped every inch of Xiao Yang's body. In the blink of an eye, a golden giant centered on Xiao Yang slowly appeared in the hall. Immortal golden body is really a good thing. Now with this thing, I am afraid that there is no problem facing some ordinary 7-star fighting immortals. Xiao Yang squinted slightly, feeling the golden giant of the size of 100 meters around him. The corners of his mouth appeared with a touch of relief. With the existence of some things, I am afraid that in the future, I will also be able to integrate Saint Flame to be safe. Respectfully send the seniors. After absorbing this power perfectly, there was a scream in the hall, and the golden energy ripples shattered slightly. Obviously, the great power of the Immortal Emperor is also slowly disappearing. By the way, I haven't purifying the cultivation technique, burning dew, and enhancing my power. I hope I can break through the 7 stars. Xiao Yang heard that, being protected by the golden giant, a sense of immortality permeated, and immediately the burning dew in the body was running at a high speed, continue to devour the power of immortal flames. At the same time, Xiao Yang's power was slowly increasing, and even that Fen Ju was slowly purifying. Crash! In the Hall of Immortality, a small figure wrapped by a golden giant. At this time, the pale yellow immortal power slowly rolled and roared, and their power was continuously injected into the burning decision by Xiao Yang. For a time, Xiao Yang's aura also became completely different from before, as if some mysterious power had been injected into it. What's going on with this burning dew? As Xiao Yang continuously conveyed the power of the source of Shenyang into the burning dew, Xiao Yang discovered that the burning dew did not seem to be that simple. In the past, Fen Ju, with the help of Shenyang's increase, also reached the holy rank, but regarding the 6 most mysterious and tyrannical realms of Fen Ju, now Xiao Yang is also at a loss. The cultivation technique of the peak of the holy order. I don't know how long it took until the power absorbed by the Fen Ju cultivation technique was saturated. Xiao Yang opened his eyes and slowly muttered, but the area where the Fen Ju was entrenched in the deepest part of the body emerged. The breath of the air made Xiao Yang quite puzzled. Don't you have to step into the realm of immortal arts to be eligible to practice the 6 realms that follow? Xiao Yang wondered, because now Fen Ju seems to have no other effect besides allowing Xiao Yang to devour the holy flame. Today, Fen Ju's rank has only reached the peak of the holy rank, and is still 1 step away from immortal art, and Xiao Yang subconsciously feels that in the last 6 stages of Fen Ju, it seems that he has not really set foot in it. Similar to one of the 6 realms that he cultivated according to Fen Ju before, now with Xiao Yang's eyesight, it is like playing a family, and there is a secret about Fen Ju. I am afraid I have to wait for 100 years before going to find that Xiao. The guardian of the clan just now had a glimmer of hope to solve it, but now the peak holy rank exercises are enough for Xiao Yang to squander, and there are still many difficulties waiting for Xiao Yang, so you can't waste too much time here. Whether it's a century-old appointment or a secret of the Xiao clan, or even a giant like the Holy Sea, Xiao Yang urgently needs to improve his strength now. The next step is that crucial step. Immortal Flame. Immortal Golden Body. A rare joy flashed in Xiao Yang's eyes, and he immediately shouted. Wang buzzing. This time, Immortal Flame gently emerged from the Do Chi Sea, constantly wandering among Xiao Yang's limbs. At the same time, the fire attribute Do core in Xiao Yang's body also became swelling up. A stream of pure energy poured into it uncontrollably from the Immortal Flame Saint Flame crystal. Tear it. With the injection of the fire attribute, Xiao Yang's complexion was nearly twisted. The pain that penetrated into the bone marrow made Xiao Yang's body tremble and sweat dripped down, but at the same time, Xiao Yang's strength was slowly soaring. The middle stage of 6-star fighting immortals. 6-star fighting immortal late stage. Time is still slowly passing. Xiao Yang does not know how long this kind of time will take, but at least it will take a few months. Outside, Tianxing continent. Father, the guy from the Holy Sea. It has been a few months since Xiao Yang entered Wang Tianya. During this period, the Star Queen's series of thunderous tactics calmed down all the unfavorable factors caused by the previous catastrophe in the entire Tianqing continent. Because of the people of the whole continent, there is quite a prosperous scene, but like the fallen seven-star powerhouse, it cannot be resurrected, and therefore the foundation of the royal family is shaken. In the pavilion, Ji Xian, Lin Yunshu and Emperor Lin appeared here quietly. Their eyes were somber as if they were worried about something. Now the three of them have already mastered the entire royal family. They gathered here. I am afraid they also need to discuss something. It's just some small shrimps from the Holy See. They can't investigate the reason at all. It's just that I am worried about some old monsters in the Holy See. After all, the power of those guys is... The emperor shook his head helplessly whenever he mentioned the word Holy See. At that time, his eyes and body had some changes. Although Tianqing continent has a strong background, its overall strength is nothing compared to the Holy See. The Holy See is a real giant, not comparable to Tianqing continent, not to mention the existence of angels. Ever since the demon Xiao Yang fought with the angel, the emperor only knew the horror of the angel, and when Xiao Yang killed the angel, this hatred might turn into a real grudge in the future. Now it's obviously time to decide the fate of Tianqing continent. If you choose the wrong one, you will be completely annihilated in the long waves of history. Father, do you think Xiao Yang is credible? Lin Yunshu smiled sweetly while looking at the worried emperor. Oh! When the emperor heard the words, he tilted his head slightly to look at the latter. Even Lin Yunshu admired Lin Yunshu's overall situation and dominance. Perhaps in other words, can the endless fire territory grow into a protective umbrella that protects us in the future? Lin Yunshu said with a smile. What do you mean? The emperor was so relieved by Lin Yunshu that he understood something immediately. Although the endless fire territory is weak, according to the information I have obtained, it has the support of the two major realms of the ghost world behind it. As for other powers, let's put it aside, the father of the devil's power also witnessed it with his own eyes. I believe it's a very wise move by us. Lin Yuna calmly analyzed. This is a gamble. If we lose, I am afraid that the Tianqing continent will be completely destroyed in our hands. There was a solemn taste in the emperor's eyes. But the Star continent is prosperous on the bright side today, but after this battle, 1/3 of our heritage has disappeared, and we have no choice, don't we? Lin Yuna saw this, and what she said and do should be based on reason. All right. Now you are the king of this continent, and everything is up to you. This game we took it. The emperor smiled happily. Thank you. After getting the emperor's approval, Lin Yun smiled slowly and was able to start doing other things. Since preparing this gamble with the safety of the mainland as the bet, it is natural to help the Endless Fire Territory at all costs, and the initial development of the Endless Fire Territory was also due to the help of the Tianqing continent and the Haohai continent, showing a geometric multiple of growth. On the other side, in the Immortal Hall. With a sound, Xiao Yang, who was sitting cross-legged, suddenly opened his eyes, and an invisible energy ripple spread out from his body. The breath contained in it was actually very different from before. In the early stage of the 7 stars fighting immortal, Xiao Yang squinted and smiled. It took nearly a month to improve his strength, but fortunately, he successfully passed the 7-star fighting immortal tribulation and successfully broke through to the 7-star fighting immortal tribulation. Early. Today's Xiao Yang, to deal with the 7-star fighting immortal level Soul Wuji and others, I am afraid that he has enough strength to confront them head-on. Next, it's the trip to the demon world. Next, is to go to the demon world. In the Hall of Immortality, Xiao Yang slowly stood above the void of the hall, and the corner of his mouth murmured. As for this immortal emperor, he is also a character who can use his immortal golden body to stop 2 3-star fighting immortal level exalted foreigners, all relying on immortal flame and immortal golden body. Moreover, Xiao Yang found that the immortal golden body seems to be a fighting skill without actual grades, because it is enough to resist the 3-star fighting immortal level just from the hands of the immortal emperor who is at the peak of the fighting emperor. It goes without saying. Of course, don't underestimate the immortal emperor. If you look at the tyrannical level of the body, I am afraid that Xiao Yang can't compare to the former. Therefore, this is also the tyrannical aspect of the immortal golden body. This is the reason why it can simply rely on the peak strength of Do Di to fight against the Dozian evil clan. As for the so-called Do Emperor's body, it has been transformed into the predecessor of the immortal golden body, and the two are completely integrated. It's not too late, let's go now. It happens that the strength is skyrocketing now, so going to the demon world is also a good choice. First, you can increase your strength, and second, It is also to solve the Demon Emperor's affairs and avoid the Holy See's investigation. I am afraid there will be a battle in the future, Xiao Yang said with a smile. After he finished speaking, he carefully searched in his own ring for the item that Heishan Longlang gave him. A dark green demon pill. This thing is only the size of a palm, and an extremely terrifying energy permeates it. I hope all this trip to the demon world will allow me to truly provoke the backbone of the endless fire realm. After Xiao Yang finished speaking, he slowly squeezed the dark green demon pill in his hand. With a sound, the void of the immortal hall shook and absorbed Xiao Yang in an instant, and the place was returning to quiet. As for Xiao Yang, he followed this void and headed towards the demon world. On the other side, a place of nothingness. Demon of light, you've got nowhere to go, so just grab it. At this time, in this dim and empty space, 3 groups of black shadows surrounded the demon of light, and that level of oppression was obviously not necessary for the 8-star fighting immortal. Damn! This bastard, the devil of darkness, has been deceiving me from the beginning to the end. The devil of light looked at the 3 groups of black energy in front of him, and immediately understood that these 3 guys were also the 3 kings of the foreign evil race. Level powerhouse. Their single strength may not be as good as their own, but with the blessing of the 3, even if they are themselves, there is nothing they can do. As for the demon guards and personal guards around them, they have dispersed to resist other tyrannical foreign evil races, and they cannot withdraw at this time. It's just that she now knows that the demon emperor has not fallen, so even if she is burdened with the reviled charges of 10 people, the demon of light will not be caught without her hands. Her long-cherished wish is only to be able to be with the demon emperor. Do it, betray the evil race outside the territory, and only use her blood and soul as the price. The 3 king-level powerhouses snorted coldly at the same time, and the strong evil power around them was accompanied by a hidden ripple, which permeated the air. This piece of void is completely shrouded, and the cold, dark and depressing atmosphere renders it like a real doomsday purgatory. Wong buzz. Damn, how come this time? In an instant, a magnificent half-dragon and half-wolf figure emerged beside the demon of light, protecting the demon of light, but a gentle green light flickered on its head. That is the body of the Haisha dragon wolf, and the top part of its head is clearly a light group that senses Xiao Yang, but now that the demon of light is being attacked on the back, Xiao Yang crushes the demon pill at this time, and the Haisha dragon wolf can't go to pick it up. Induce Xiao Yang. The human realm is different from the demon realm. Without the leadership of the black dragon wolf, Xiao Yang may have to take a lot of detours. Black fiend dragon wolf. The demon of light exclaimed. Damn. No one is picking up Xiao Yang. I'm afraid this will waste a lot of time and miscalculate. Mistress, come with me. Heishan Longlang was not a hesitant either. He knew that the 2 of them would not be able to deal with the 3 kings of the 3 foreign evil races. Where to run? Follow me. The 3 kings shouted loudly, and the dazzling energy permeated out, and the fluctuation of that level was enough to move people. The 3 black-level kings among the foreign evil races, and the demon of light jointly wanted by the Holy See, but they are qualified enough for me to take action. And just when the 5 breaths were arguing, at the end of the void, a woman spoke softly. A white dress outlines her graceful figure, and looking along the white dress, behind her dress, a pair of wings as white as snow slowly instigate. Even because of the instigation of those wings, this empty space all filled with anxiety. The divine breath erodes and purifies countless evil forces, extremely pure. And looking at it along its beautiful figure, behind it, a strange scene that surpasses the sky and the earth fills the air. 4 wings, an angel. And in this battle, it is still unknown who will die in the end. The other side. Hey, what about people? Xiao Yang had just been sucked into this place by the void, and after waiting for a long time, he didn't find the figure of the Haisha dragon wolf, and even no breath appeared. He couldn't help frowning. Ordinary space channels can carry out small-distance teleportation, and the channels similar to those in the 2 realms are called time-space wormholes, and those like Xiao Yang who want to enter the demon world from the human world Doyun continent are called time-space rifts. Among them, it is extremely dangerous, unless the 8-star fighting immortals are strong enough to protect themselves. Now Xiao Yang is in the crack of time and space, the invisible space storm is deafening. Xiao Yang has no doubt that if he is involved in it, he will have to peel off his skin if he doesn't die. After using his strength to resist the space storm for a while, Xiao Yang's complexion changed dramatically. This strength has gone beyond the scope that Xiao Yang can handle. If it continues like this, it doesn't matter, I still know the basic orientation of the demon world. I can only take a step by step. Seeing this, Xiao Yang didn't dare to stay too long. And go! Among the 7 realms, They used to covet the resources and territories of other realms. There were constant wars, so in order to maintain the order of each realm, the 7 realms set up seals on the edges of their respective realms. One is to divide the region, and the other is to prevent the turmoil caused by some unscrupulous people entering other realms. And only some great powers can ignore this seal and enter and leave freely. Although the spacetime cracks can escape the supervision of the superiors and enter other realms silently, they will relatively be discovered by some top forces in their respective realms. There is a flaw in the void of Doyun continent, and someone has entered the demon world. At this time, in a room at the top of the Holy See, a noble old woman's lazy eyes flashed with doubts. As for Xiao Yang, at this time, he was going through an incomparably fierce crack in time and space, heading towards the demon world. If it weren't for the fact that Xiao Yang's fighting power had skyrocketed, the power of the crushing breath in the crack of time and space would be enough to crush Xiao Yang into powder. Originally, Xiao Yang thought that with the help of the Haisha dragon wolf, he entered the demon world to lift the seal of the demon emperor, and thus found the power of immortality and immortality. The time required is probably very short, but now it seems that something happened to the Haisha dragon wolf. There seems to be something wrong with this trip to the demon world. Of course, at this moment, the trip to the demon world has completely set off. This trip to the demon world can be described as extremely exciting. The demon world stands in a unique area. Whether it is the energy of heaven and earth or the stability of space, it is much richer than the outside world. For human beings, it is a unique treasure land. Almost all the creatures in the demon world are born from some supernatural beings. In the Great Thousand World, whether it is flowers, plants, trees, or magical beasts, rocks and soil, all creatures with life forms have their own cultivation systems. When they reach a certain level of cultivation, they can choose to survive the catastrophe and greatly increase their own strength. Convert to human beings or ascend from the great world to enter the demon world, enjoy the protection of the demon world, and enjoy the long life exclusive to the supernatural Holy Spirit. Nowadays, the demon world is vast, even more complex than the ghost world. The creatures in the demon world also covet the wisdom of human beings. Most of them are mainly in the form of human men and women, has a real human form and good wisdom, and some are just transformed into a human appearance. For monster creatures, whether it is a completely transformed human creature or an ordinary illusionary creature, their own body is quite important. Unless it is an extremely important person or when life is at stake, they will not easily expose their own body. After all, for monsters, once their body is exposed, they will be found by enemies or enemies. As for the ghost battle in the monster world, it is undoubtedly more terrifying than other places. Because the demon world is a special region where everything is determined by force. Generally, although the demon world appears as a human being, because of the power and attributes of its body, under normal circumstances, humans and demon spirits are more powerful than the latter. For example, a violent bear is a powerful creature among the demon spirits. When combined with the attributes of fire, earth, wood, and wind, its power is undoubtedly too tyrannical compared to humans in the human world. Of course, some spiritual creatures are not ruled out. Although they do not have tyrannical power, they are extremely intelligent and can act as a staff advisor beside the strong, but most of them are still tyrannical creatures. The demon spirits in the demon world are like humans in the human world. They usually live as human beings. They only use their bodies unless they reproduce or fight to the death. The body of demon spirits has special powers similar to human self-destruction. In addition, demon spirits on the body, the demon pill is like the human heart, and it is the essence of the demon spirit's life. In summary, the demon world is a pretty good area. The demon world is divided into a total of 100 countries, each country has a demon king, and the demon king rules over 1,000 miles of land, and above the 100 demon kings is the demon emperor who rules the entire demon world. The power of the demon emperor is the supreme being in the demon world, and he has an independent army and strength to help him jointly rule the demon world. Above the demon world is the so-called center of the demon world. The center of the demon world is said to be born in a mysterious place where all creatures are born. There are only 100 people in the center of the entire demon world. Some heroes who are of great help to the demon world. However, these guys are all talented and have good strength. They have already surpassed the world, so they are not a last resort and will not interfere in the operation of the demon world. Therefore, the demon world is ruled by the demon emperor alone. It's a pity that thousands of years ago, for some unknown reason, the army of the demon emperor was attacked by the powers of the 3 realms of the ghost world, the demon world, the Buddha realm, and the 3 realms, and the demon emperor disappeared after that battle. The demon world is divided. These guys are the elite soldiers under the demon emperor, but the monster world creatures are very aggressive by nature. Without the demon emperor's control and military suppression, the arrogance in their hearts is uncontrollable, and it is natural that the whole demon world is caused by black smoke. Xiao Yang penetrated the cracks in time and space by himself, and his journey to the demon world also started from a remote town in the 10,000 Demon Nation, one of the fringes of the 100 Kingdoms. But I don't know if it was fate or a coincidence, the Myriad Demon Kingdom was quite close to the place where the demon emperor was sealed. Crack. With a sound, the scorching sun in the demon world was in the sky, and above the blue sky, the clouds just dispersed, a certain void suddenly shook, and then suddenly broke through, a black shadow appeared from the void, and the body was out of control. Fell from the sky. There is no way to do this. Although the power in the Great Thousand Worlds is almost the same, it can still be clearly distinguished. Ghost world creatures have been ghostly and eerie since ancient times, while demon world creatures are full of demonic aura. In the eyes of other creatures, human aura is arrogant, and it is naturally easy to discern, while demon spirits are jealous of real humans. The reason is that humans the unbridled destruction and deprivation of all things, the demon world is the last paradise for these supernatural beings, so if a human enters here, the consequences are probably self-evident. It wouldn't be so miserable, would it? The visitor was naturally Xiao Yang. At this time, he had just entered the demon world, and the Fenju in his body actually turned Xiao Yang's vindictive energy toward the demon energy. Do Qi is still Do Qi, but it is covered with the help of demon Qi. In the demon world, Do Qi is equal to demon Qi, but it's just a different title. The Do core of Amber Flame Soul Fire is slowly covered by a strange demon Qi. Twine. With a sound, Xiao Yang, like a weak woman with no strength to hold a chicken, fell vertically from the sky, unexpectedly crashing into a dense forest. After the collision, Xiao Yang only felt the darkness in front of him and passed out, because Xiao Yang was just resisting the erosion of the space-time rift, and now the demonic energy is covering Xiao Yang's anger. Naturally he is quite weak, but fortunately Xiao Yang the strength of the body is tyrannical, so there is no damage to the impact. Who is it? Xiao Yang's figure fell like a meteorite, blocking the way of a pair of caravans, and a sturdy big man in the caravan snorted coldly. This is a small road, except for some obvious roads in the center that can be passed, the rest are dense forests with lush foliage, and this caravan has many tame animals to transport supplies, so it is impossible to find another way out. Captain Wang, what's the matter? At this time, the caravan was surrounded by several tamed beasts, the only beautiful sedan chair, the curtain was gently pulled up by slender jade hands, and a silver bell-like voice filled with a trace of doubt. Miss, it's not a big problem, it's just that a man fell from a height for some reason and blocked our way. The sturdy man in charge of the caravan's safety also laughed. Oh, I'll take a look. While speaking, the woman slowly walked down from the sedan chair and walked towards the place where Xiao Yang fell. Miss, now our Butterfly Valley is in a troubled season, I think, or... The captain of the guards couldn't help but said when he saw this. It doesn't matter. The woman's voice just fell, and she came directly to Xiao Yang's side. The willow waist that Ying held in her hands bent down and carefully examined Xiao Yang's situation. There were almost a dozen men in the caravan. Looking at the beautiful figure in front of them, they couldn't help but envy. There is still air, so he must have passed out of a coma temporarily. Take him to the sedan chair to rest. The woman placed her fingers lightly between Xiao Yang's nose and sensed the latter's continuous breathing, and then pressed the jade ear to Xiao Yang's chest, carefully confirming the strong and powerful heartbeat, and said with a smile, "Oh, the eldest lady is still so enthusiastic. The unlucky boy counts as good luck for you." After that, several men also carried Xiao Yang into the sedan chair, and even at the request of the eldest young lady, they fed this guy some antidote to relieve the coma, which made all the guards couldn't help but let out a roar like a hungry wolf. How could he be able to have such good luck? In fact, there is not much difference between the demon world and the human world. Ordinary monsters are only comfortable with cultivation, just like humans. On this vast land, there is a place for them, whether they live in groups or live alone, and demon spirits also have with their 7 emotions and 6 desires. Only those big demons who hold great power will have bad intentions, and they are all day long and eager to win, as well as a few outliers with bad intentions. Butterfly Valley is a quite prosperous town on the edge of the Wan Yarrow Kingdom. The town covers an area of about tens of kilometers. The architectural style is similar to that of the human world, just like houses and courtyards. Although human beings are hateful, they still have their own uniqueness in housing construction and some places, so their merits are worth learning. People come and go in the town, which is quite prosperous, but don't underestimate this town. There are native demon spirits in the town. Their ancestors have entered the demon world for many years and formed a huge biological network, so they are guarded and inherited in the form of gregarious living, thus forming an extremely large race, and those who are similar to the supernatural ascension from the Great Thousand World to enter the demon world, either live in some unattended mountains in the demon world, or choose to join these forces in order to protect themselves. This is the demon world. The demon spirits here in Butterfly Valley are also quite friendly, and there is not much dispute and grudge, but there are similar mercenary unions and those dazzling buildings here, only the so-called Alchemist Association did not appear. But the peaceful scenery of Butterfly Valley did not last long. I don't know where a force named Yoroxuanzong came from. At this time, it turned out to be a tense battle with the old-fashioned force in Butterfly Valley. It is said that the sect came from within the 10,000 demon nation, and the atmosphere in this small town was extremely serious for a while. Butterfly Valley is not only a small town, but also the name of a sect. Because the countless demon spirits in this sect are all heroes and righteous people, they have saved the town from danger several times, so they are called by these guys. So called. The town is located in the flat ground, but the surrounding area is surrounded by mountains, and the access to the town is extremely limited. For dozens of miles outside, the caravan of Xiao Yan and others is still advancing on some rough roads, facing the town. Rush. Caravan. This is the inherent situation of material delivery in the demon world. There are few pharmacists in the demon world, and because most of the creatures in the demon world are martial arts practitioners, they disdain the supply and production of daily materials, which has become a problem. These small towns will go to the big cities at fixed times to purchase some living materials to supplement themselves. Miss, I went a little further to the area of Shuijanya. According to the news from my subordinates, Yoroxuanzong seems to have sent the 3 elders of their sect to come here. I am afraid this time. At this time, the captain of the caravan said to Chen Ying, who was riding on the beast taming, opened her mouth and spoke in a rather dull voice. It seemed that she couldn't help but be vigilant when she mentioned the so-called 3rd elder. Beast taming is somewhat similar to horses, and the only woman in the caravan is extremely petite. No matter in temperament or strength, she is one of the few strong men in this caravan. Well, it's hard work, everyone, rest here today, and enter it tomorrow. The woman's beautiful eyes flickered slightly, and she also knew the seriousness of the matter. After instructing the rest of the caravan to keep an eye on the supplies, she chose to sit on a mountainside. Set up camp, prepare to spend the night, and continue on the road tomorrow. The demon world also calculates time like humans, with sunrise and sunset. Except for some special demon spirits, ordinary demon worlds follow the normal routine of human beings. Soon it was night. Hey, ah! With a sound, Xiao Yang barely opened his eyes in a tent that was flickering with candles. He slowly kneaded his temples with his palms, and glanced around where he was. At that scene, I couldn't help but be surprised. Where am I? Demon Chi? Xiao Yang just said to himself, but found that a green aura appeared on his body. This aura was exactly the same as other auras. Is this the demon world? Let's go out and have a look, it must have been picked up by someone. Xiao Yang got up, tidied up the bed in the tent, and immediately put aside the tent and walked out. Are you awake? Xiao Yang just walked out, and suddenly 2 thin bodies were sitting around a bonfire, as if they were discussing something in a low voice, accompanied by a rather soft and light voice. Cultivation in the mountains may be a mistake in breaking into the territory of a strong man. After being expelled, he fell into a coma. Thank you too for your help. Xiao Yang walked over with a smile. Both recognized their true identity. However, with the help of the faint light of the bonfire, Xiao Yang was able to sense the not weak aura of the 2 guys. That kind of feeling, it is actually 2 6-star fighting immortals. Moreover, a faint tyrannical oppression permeated out of them. If Xiao Yang guessed correctly, I am afraid this is the unique demonic energy of monster world creatures. The demonic energy on each demon spirit is not the same. It is similar to the powerful demon emperor, who is extremely domineering, and just like the 2 in front of them, some are as demonic as water, and some are as calm as mountains. It is related to the body of the demon spirit, but Xiao. Breaking into the powerhouse's territory? You're so bold, but you're in a coma for a few days. The caravan captain also smiled honestly. Compared with the human world, the creatures in the demon world are less intriguing and stronger, and dual battles are commonplace, so the 2 do not doubt Xiao Yang's identity. I just went out, and I haven't figured out the situation. Since the two of them saved each other, let's take a chance to repay. Xiao Yang's keen soul power naturally noticed that the eyes of the two were complicated. There are a lot of materials in the Camp of Lights, so he opened his mouth. No. But you just came to us. If you don't dislike it, you can try it in Butterfly Valley, where is a relatively good sect, and you will have the opportunity to enter the 10,000 Demon Nation in the future. For you, it is also a kind of excellent opportunity. The woman didn't know why, when she looked at Xiao Yang's thin figure, there was a rare wave in her body, as if she was afraid of Xiao Yang, and she didn't finish her words at the end. This. The caravan captain on the side heard the words and couldn't help but shrank his pupils in surprise. Butterfly Valley is not for anyone who wants to enter, and the ancestors in the Butterfly Valley have a very deep relationship with the strong people in the 10,000 Demon Nation. This move of the eldest lady. Butterfly Valley. I wrote it down. But where is this place? Xiao Yang nodded lightly, and immediately smiled with a smile on his face. This is a remote area of the 10,000 Demons country, called Butterfly Valley. The woman continued. Wan Yarrow Nation? Butterfly Valley? Is it far from Yaoyuan Cave? Xiao Yang felt that the two of them were not malicious and immediately said without any taboos. What? What did you say, kid? As Xiao Yang's voice just fell, the woman's beautiful eyes flashed with surprise, and she stared at Xiao Yang blankly, while the caravan captain next to her, with a sturdy body, stood up directly, with a very loud voice. Road. Yaoyuan Dongshan. It is said that there is a treasure land of feng shui. I just came to the demon world and just wanted to go there, Xiao Yang said like an innocent child, showing his white teeth. Isn't this a fool? Xiao Yang's voice fell again, and the two figures couldn't help but roll their eyes helplessly. A guy picked up on the way, can't change really be a fool. This video will end here.